Well, we're here at the Eat Willett Park, and the Charlestown Secondary School is having a trial match, and he's pulling to the onside middle bit, gets across and has up short the stumps. So they're having a bit of a trial match, so they're getting some clips of this match from this practice game or trial game. The Css team will be selected. So these guys are trying out for the first 11 for the Charlestown Secondary School team. Batsman settles. Bowler has pretty long run. Nice smooth run up. Races in now to bowl. He's bowled him. Yorker length delivery has picked out the middle stump as he drove all over that. And so middle stump when rocked back, and celebration there for the fielding team as the batsman comes back. So the new batsman is in, and the bowler who bowled a beautiful Yorker a while ago will continue from the far end. Seems to be working up a fair bit of steam as well. So here he goes. Has a pretty smooth run up. So he goes racing in now to the new batsman. Hitting outside the off stump, and that one shaved the off stump, I believe, because he holds his head, the bowler. It came off the pitch pretty quickly. Batsman looked a little bit in doubt there. So here he goes once more. Have a close-up look again at this bowler. Seems to have a bit of promise. Again, left alone, shadowing his off stump. Well left on that occasion. That ends the over. Looks as if young Daniel is the captain, as we have the other bowler moving in now to bowl. He's slapping this one over extra cover. That's going to run pretty close to the boundary. Matter of fact, it's going to pull up just inside the boundary, and so they have raced back for a third. Definitely showing some intent there, hitting it over extra cover. So the bowler will proceed once more. Moves in now to bowl. He's bowled him. His leg stump goes cartwheeling. Brilliantly bowled Yorker length delivery. He was looking to undrive, played right around it, and his leg stump went cartwheeling out of the ground. And that's a sight to behold. Fast bowlers love to see that. So one Daniel is the captain on the field, and his brother comes in. Now he, of all persons, should know how his brother bats, and so he's making some adjustments to the field. No love lost between the brothers, but it's all about bragging rights, I assume. So making the call in terms of the field setting, being very precise. That looks like young Nick, who is also a medium pace bowler and a batsman. So new batsman Daniel marking his guard, and will settle eventually. Makes the bowler wait. The more you do that though, it's as if you're saying, well, I stayed long at the crease. At least you stayed out there for a long time. So here is the bowler, and he's coming in from the, again, Daniel isn't quite ready, but he settles now. Bowler races in now to bowl to Daniel. Daniel comes solidly forward, thinks of the single, and the fielder from mid-on, comes across in front of the field at mid-off and picks it up. Well played by Daniel, solidly in line. He goes once more. Prepares now to bowl as he races in now. Flicks it uppishly away from his brother. It was in the air, but his brother has a longish trace here, and they'll get two, even thinking of a third. But quick return there by Daniel, and they settle for two. So here goes once more. Races in now to bowl. Daniel is beaten, comprehensively beaten, and struck pretty high. As a matter of fact, he goes down. Seems to have been struck in one of those uncomfortable areas, and he went down quickly, but he's back on his feet. His brother, surprisingly, is not getting close to find out what's going on with his brother. Well, he might be asking from a distance if you're okay, and he has indicated that his brother is safe, so the action will continue. So the bowler winning a moral battle there, and Daniel would think, well, that's the battle, but I will win the war. So moves in now, he's flicking that one away. That's a lovely shot. It was poorly lined, but the player from long leg races across and restrict them to a single. But that was a lovely flick there off the pads. But it was outside of his pads really, and he flicked it away nicely. Got a single. Here goes once more. Races in now to bowl to the right-hander. He's solidly coming across and just jabbing it into the outside. Can't score. That ends the over. So the bowler will resume from the Barterton end. We'll probably get a couple of names, but it's young Daniel who will take strike, the left-hander. Has a stance reminding me of Shane from St. Kitts. That's a switch. He's going up for the shout. He's appealing. The umpire sent him on his way. Daniel hesitated, but it was well away from him. He had a switch. His feet were planted. The bat went a long way away from his body. The wicketkeeper hauled it in really nicely. It was a good catch. And Daniel stood his ground, and the umpire accommodatingly sent him on his way. Actually, that's Amari Jones who is bowling. He certainly plays in the big leagues here in Nevis, and he's bowling as if he has played in the big leagues. A little bit of pace on display here today. The batsman has been asked to put his shirt in his pant, and so the pitch becomes the dressing room momentarily as the game is held up. Well, the new batsman will have to face some pretty serious pace here by Jones, who is working up a good pace here. Let's see, we'll prepare to bowl now. And certainly held a pretty good line as well. See, races in now. Jones moves in now to bowl. He's driving at that. Goes past Daniel, who is sliding across, but sliding one way, the ball is in another direction, and they get a single easily. Jones turns at the far end. Races in now to bowl to the new batsman. Well, no, that's the batsman who was there previously. He comes out nicely in it, plays it easily into the offside, can't score. So it's going to be Jones. Preparing now to bowl. He's on the back foot. That one made a little bit of height, a little discomfort for the batsman, but he handled it well in the end. Pushes it into the onside, can't score. So it's going to be Jones from the Barterton end. Steams in now to bowl. He's driving. The man feels well. Good bit of fielding that. Picking up with both hands, gets a return in quickly. So it will be Jones from the Barterton end. Steams in now. Pushes and thinks of the single. The fielder is quick. And very quick indeed. He has fielded well so far. and again demonstrating that he's probably one of the better fielders out there, and restricting them to their creases. So the game apparently just started just before we came here. The score is 8 runs for 3 wickets, 5 overs completed. The batting team in a bit of a hole. He's driving and loosely, and there's an appeal. The umpire is unimpressed as he was out of his crease momentarily, but I think he got back on time. He goes, moves in once more to bowl. He's driving. That one struck him on the thigh, and he's in a bit of pain now as he hops around. There wasn't a loud shout, but could have been a good shout. Even though it struck him on the thigh, he's not a tall man by any stretch of the imagination, and that thigh would be well below the stump level, and he was almost like having a bend of the knee as well. Could have been an interesting call. So here he goes. Racing once more to bowl to the new batsman. Here he goes, races in now to bowl. He's driving and finds the man at extra cover, can't score. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. He's off the edge, past the keeper's glove, going down to third man who comes across, and I don't think there'll be any signal. I think that was a chance. Touched the keeper's glove on the way through, and it's a run, definite chance. Here he goes now, moves in to bowl. He's playing it uppishly on the onside of the pitch. There's nobody there, but he was pushing with hard hands, and it came off high off the bat and went in the air for a long time, but there was nobody home. So bowlers on top for the moment. 9 for the loss of 3 in over number 6. That's a wide, make that 10. It goes, we understand the name might be Hussein. He's slapping that one. Not afraid to go aerial. He had the width, but the outfield is very sluggish. And they're thinking of the third. And now he has to hustle. But they have made it easy. So 3 more to the total. And 1 short signal. So after all of that effort, one of them didn't go past the crease with his bat. Well, the captain Daniel, who has been very successful in the local league so far, he's going to bring himself into the attack. He bowls right arm leg spin, loops it. The batsman is solidly in line, pushes it nicely down towards mid-off, can't score. But he certainly covered that one well, stretching out nicely, stroking it, back past the bowler, mid-off stops it. This could be an interesting battle here. As he moves in once more, Daniel goes, loops it there. He's on the back foot, he slaps it hard, but finds the same man who goes down in their pro fashion, stops it, can't score. So far so good. The batsmen seem to be picking them in terms of the lengths so far. Here he goes, moves in once more, Daniel goes, loops it again. This time he's back and across his stumps, just plays it quietly into the offside. Might need to get the name of the batsman, because I want to feel that he would have played in the local big league as well. Here goes, Daniel loops it once more. He's on, driving in the air, but powerfully struck away from the man at mid-wicket. Mid-on comes across. They're thinking of a second, but well fielded, and the return comes in. So only 1 run, but he struck that forcefully. And it was in the air, but it was well struck and away from the short mid-wicket fielder. And so they got a single. So Daniel will bowl now to the other batsman, who settles. Here's Daniel, moves in now, loops it. He's waiting for it to land and then punches it down towards long off. Mid off, comes across, touches it, but long on still cleans up, and on the arms the return all along the ground, not in the best interest of the wear and tear of the ball. Back to Daniel. He's slapping that one. That's a lovely shot. Hit it hard. He reached out and he really crashed it. He had the width and he just slapped it through extra cover for 4. Lovely shot that. Now looking on from this distance, it looks as if it's light brown, and of course the way he's batting, you knew that he was a touch above the others. Certainly he crashed that beautifully. Played a lovely innings here yesterday in the big leagues. Highlights one coming up against Brownhill, and he batted superbly before he was run out. So Hussein, I understand, is the name. Hussein now to board. That one cut him in half, and it went down towards third man. There was a loud appeal, but apparently did he get a bit of bat on it? There is no bat like by. So Hussein being encouraged by some of his classmates to bring over his hand, but there's light brown getting one, which he's trying to turn into the onside. And after that knock yesterday, he's exuding with confidence, I could tell you. There's a positive aspect about his play. Settles now. This time he's turning it into the onside. They're off and running, and the square leg comes across, can't prevent the single. So one more to the total. Hussein it is. Pushing it into the offside, can't score. Here goes, races in now. Oh, that one made some height. Uncomfortable height too. But it was one of those come off of me kind of shots. Pushing it into the offside, kept it on the ground, can't score. Sun out in all of its glory. It's flashing and missing as it goes to the wicket keeper. That ends the over. So light brown resumes this very intriguing battle with Daniel, and you could see that he's going to be positive. Daniel, on the other hand, would want to outfox him. He knows that he's up against one of the better young cricketers on Nevis. Here goes Daniel, bowls. There's Brown trying to punch it. Miscalculated the length on that occasion. Maybe should have stayed on his front foot and just tugged it into his pads. Landed on the pitch, no harm done. So Daniel, of course, plays also in the big leagues and have bamboozled better batsmen, I believe, than light brown. But he's punching this one. He's in control. Down towards long on, picks up another single. So Daniel will move in once more. Here goes, ball, loops it up, he's punching it. Will think about the single, but the fielder goes down in the approved fashion, can't score. So will be Daniel once more. So now flat and fast, he's tugging at that one, and the ball went a long way. It didn't seem as if he was inclined to run, but he was hustled by light brown, and so he finally went through. Seemed to have been in some kind of pain. The ball must have struck him, and he's still discomfited. Second time we've seen that, but I think he's going to be okay. Light brown goes down the ground and picks out the man at long on who comes across. And definitely went after that one. Got a single. Flatter, he's stroking it nicely and they should have thought of a single there, shadowed by the man at mid wicket. That's well, the name not coming at this point, but he was shadowing the ball. He knew he wasn't going to get to it, but that's good cricket. He goes once more. Loops it and he's pushing it a bit uppishly. Fielder goes down, stops it, and that ends the over. So the young left-armer who made waves since that day. Well, he bowls right-handed. I think he bats left-handed. So, but he made waves since he was at the Charlestown Primary School. He's a very good all-rounder and has played in the big leagues here on Nevis too. And he'll be bowling to light brown. Goes. Light brown is looking for the big drive, withheld the shot midway through completing it, and the ball just came off the bat in the ear, but there's nobody short, and so he landed safely. You could see it was a false shot. Maybe came off the pitch a lot slower than he anticipated. Here he goes, moves in now to go short. As a matter of fact, it went along the ground. Might be a no ball, depending on how many times it bounced on the turf, in the opinion of the umpire. Seems to have allowed it. Light brown refusing to rush to for a single on that occasion. Here he goes. Races in now to bowl. Full of pitch delivery, solidly forward is brown. You get the impression that he might just be thinking about heaving over long on. Here he goes, moves in out to bowl. He's swinging that one away. That's going to go down the hill. It's going to travel all the way across the boundary lines. Now, gone for 4. Short ball, pulled away, 4. So, just remembered who it is now. It's Nicholas, and it looks like Jones just had a quick chat with him, telling him you can't be bowling that short. You have to be a lot fuller than that, especially with the kind of form that light brown is obviously in right now. Here he goes. Races in now to bowl to Brown. Full of pitch delivery. He's hitting it uppishly. Wasn't in total control of that shot, but he was hitting it straight. It was in there for a long time. Landed safely. Got a single. There he goes. Moves in now to bowl. Left alone. Wide dish. The umpire feels it's a legitimate delivery. There he goes. Moves in now to bowl to batsman. Is pulling that one away. That's going to go down the hill and it's going to travel right across the ropes. Really hit it hard, and it's gone for 4. But it's going to be Daniel moving in now to bowl to light brown. He's pushing tentatively at this one and gets it off the edge. Backward up square, refuses to go for the run. We understand that the other batsman is young Clark, the son of Dennis Clark. And he obviously has a bit of talent as well. Haven't seen him in the big leagues though. Here he goes, bowls. Light brown goes deliberately. That's a lovely shot. He rocked back. Mid-off is up. It was a deliberate shot. He just crashed it over mid-off into the fence for 4. Lovely shot that by light brown. And from the way he batted yesterday, certainly in very good neck. That's a full pitch delivery. He's going after it. It's wide of the mark, signaled wide by the umpire. It certainly threw everything at that. Realized that the ball was wide. He was trying to go over extra cover, I believe. Here goes Daniel, moves in now flat, and he's punching it, this time along the ground. The man at long off now, he has gone back to long off. Races across and stops it, only a single. So Daniel will bowl now to Clark. Here's Daniel moving in now, loops it up to Clark. Clark is bowled. Clark is playing right around that one, and Daniel has picked out his off stump. So Clark was driving loosely at that, played right around it, and his off stump has been struck. Daniel picks up his first wicket as Clark comes back. Partnership broken. The action will continue, and Daniel will be bowling to the new batsman. So Clark just been bowled, comprehensively bowled by Daniel. New batsman taking strike now. Daniel moves in, loops it. He's hitting it brilliantly caught. Oh, he just went back on the back foot and hit it uppishly. It was falling away from the fielder. And is that Jones? I believe it's Amari Jones who was diving forward, grabbed it with both hands. And so Daniel is now on a hat-trick. So it's going to be Daniel who is on a hat-trick. He knows he's on a hat-trick. He's making some adjustments to the field, trying to make sure that he picks up his hat-trick. So let's see if the batsman can stop this hat-trick, or can Daniel bowl his way to a hat-trick here today. Thinking about what he should do with this delivery. Here he goes, moves in now, flat and fast and down the leg side. Will be signaled the wide. He tried the surprise delivery, flat and fast, but it was ill-directed. Wide signal, so he's still on a hat-trick because that was an extra. So here he goes, moves in now to bowl, loops it now. He's stroking it and brilliantly caught. I would assume that that's the hat-trick. Brilliantly caught by Nicholas, diving across and locking his hands around it and taking a very good catch. And so looks as if light brown will be there, like the cheese standing alone. The former West Indies under 19 fast bowler Kane Pemberton has been summoned by Williams to assist with the umpiring. Apparently Williams is taking a break. Here goes now, Nicholas moves in now to bowl quietly forward, turns it into the onside off for the single. Maybe light brown needs to start farming the bowling. Here goes now, moves in now to bowl to the new batsman, quietly pushes it up on the offside, can't score. So Nicholas once more moves in now and stopped because Daniel was making an adjustment to the field. Here's Nicholas. Races in now to bowl. He's beaten outside the off stump. The keeper shadows the stump. So Nicholas it is. Hero is his surname. He's switching at that, misses, and he goes down for the man at fine leg to come across and stop it. The return comes in. Nicholas does well to stop it. One more to the total. So immediately that light brown comes back into strike. The boundary riders get into position. They realize that this is the wicket that they would want. So he moves in now to bowl to Brown. Brown is hitting this one over mid-wicket and it's going to race down the hill. It may not have the legs to get there. Let's see if it's going to pull up. No. Yes, it pulls up actually. And so light brown hustling him, and that's good running. Light brown calling him, and it was as if even if you don't want to run, I'm coming. And they went through for the third. Good running there. So here goes Brown, races in once more to bowl. He's switching at that. It gets Picks out the man at point who gets a quick return in. Can't score. That ends the over. Well, we have a new bowler on, one of the smaller figures on the field. Races in now to bowl. Light brown drives. It was a full pitch delivery, well stopped by Amari Jones. Brown will settle once more. The youngster bowling medium pace from the bat to the end. Full toss, swung away. That's a lovely shot by Light Brown. Just dropping inside the rope. One bounce and it goes for 4. Full toss, a gift, swung away for 4. Brown settles once more. Races in now. Full toss is driving, knocks the stump clean out of its root. As he was driving powerfully, there was Brown. Good thing that the non-striker was grounded. His bat was grounded, because if he had come off the hand of the bowler and hit the stump and he was out of his crease, he would have been a goner. So here goes, moves in once more to bowl to Brown. Full toss again, he swings it to mid-wicket. The young hope hero has the long one has a long run and messes around with Light Brown. Is calling for the third once more. And very quick to capitalize on errors by the field, goes for the third run. So Brown, as I said, who batted superbly yesterday along with Leeward Islands opener Mikael Louis in a stand of over 100 for the highlights team, shows that he's in very good form. Here he goes. Ball, that's a good delivery. That's close. That's gone. He was struck in his crease. It was just a little jab at it, and his back foot was right in front of the stumps. And that's brilliantly bowled, and that's another wicket. Sent on his way by Kian Pemberton. I think Light Brown would be begging and beseeching the youngster to stay with him. Maybe he just needs to control the bowling. Take a single from the last ball every over from here on. We have a couple of spectators here who are watching the game keenly. So here he goes. Races in now to bowl, full pitch and wide. So not a good follow-up for a newcomer. Should be right back on stumps. Turns at the far end. We're moving once more to bowl. Full toss. He's driving at that. And it has gone past the keeper. It has gone towards the boundary at third man. The fielder just manages to pull it in. And Light Brown was encouraging him to come through. And he did. Pretty hot out there. So here comes the hero. Moves in now to bowl to Brown. Brown is tugging it into the outside. He doesn't time it well. They should be thinking 2 here, but fielder restricting them to 1. So Brown obviously saying, well, if you have a bat, you're supposed to be a batsman. So he's not going to shield anybody. There's some cricketers who think that way, and then there's some cricketers who don't like to be shielded. Moves in now to bowl, stroking it back up the strip to the tumbling hero, stops it. Here goes hero, moves in now to bowl. He's hitting it in the air. Is the man going to catch it? Oh, not a good effort on that occasion. And Light Brown is forcing him to run. He settled for 1. he was satisfied with one, but Light Brown screamed at him to run, and he went back for the second. He goes once more, moves in now to bowl. He's having a switch at that, well outside the leg stump. So he goes once more, moves in now to bowl. He's swishing at that once more. Light Brown rushes through and quickly gets there. Has to be a leg by, but Kian Pemberton thinks that there was an edge on that. He has to be. I forgot to signal. So it's going to be Nicholas Hero. Moving now to bowl. Light Brown is backing away and then has a big swing towards leg. Premeditated shot, I thought. Missed it. And that ends the over. So bowler will be coming in from the historic Barterton end to bowl to the left-hander. He's driving. Well, definitely a shot with intent, no timing. Just rolls slowly into the offside, can't score. Couple of fielders crouching, looking for a catch. On the ready. Bowler moves in now to bowl. Gets one wide down the leg side, signaled. Well, he has decided now to go around the wicket to the left-hander. Switch and a miss, another wide. Somebody's telling him to bowl one side, but I think he's doing exactly that. If you bowl two wides down the leg side, you've opted to go that side. But he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. Better deliveries. Switch and a miss. Outside the off stump. Beaten through to the keeper. There he is once more. So he steams in now to bowl shorter. He's bowling. Stump has been rocked back. And that's where we're going to leave it from the E.T. Willett Park as CSS continues their match preparation with this trial match.